Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins. Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 67. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews and the Hammer all the way in the Springfield studio. Hi, guys. How you doing?
I'm mad.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I am very mad. Remember the other day we had the fabulous interview with Gennifer Flowers?
How could I ever forget?
Oh, yeah. She's darling.
Yeah, she's a brave woman.
Nevertheless. Oh, yeah. Very brave woman. Nevertheless, we've been censored.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Just wanted to say just a couple little things about that. You know, it was a very tasteful interview.
I thought so.
Yes.
It was uncensored.
Yes.
But not uncensored in a sexual or tactless sort of way.
Right.
It was just an honest to gosh, truthful interview with a woman who is getting older. Still amazing, but Twitter censored our paid ad.
Huh. Okay.
They removed it because it might be hurtful. Now, first of all, if you listen to the interview, she painted actually a pretty positive picture of Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
So unless you're talking about his wife and his daughter, who is it hurtful to? And
It's Gennifer.
why doesn't Gennifer matter in this Me Too world? Now, if you will remember, on the Harvey Weinstein situation, Rose McGowan came forward first on Twitter, and they took away her account. It wasn't a paid ad. So we have to ask ourselves, is Twitter sexist? And what matters on Twitter?
Yeah, and is Twitter judge and jury? When do they get to make
an executioner?
Yes, they whop. This is wrong.
And whose agenda are they actually pushing?
Yeah.
Well, our ad was approved. There was one impression before they cut it.
Wow.
Yeah. Do the Clintons have some little guy sitting around that waits for their name to pop up on the internet and they complain? I suspect maybe so, because that happened pretty quick.
Well, the machine is.
They did
very
not
powerful.
notify us. And they did not notify us. I looked today because in our analytics, it tells us, where the people live that are visiting our site, what platform they entered our sites on, and nothing was coming from Twitter. Even though we were paying for an ad, and Twitter happens to be, in general, one of our best platforms. Now, the same ad was approved twice on Facebook. And to tell you the truth, I would have believed Facebook would have done this before Twitter. So I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, but Facebook's got its own throttling mechanism in behind that as well. Eye-opening how much agendas are being pushed on some of those platforms.
Exactly. And if, they have the right to do that because they're private. Nevertheless, there's a double standard that exists. And I am very fearful about the Me Too movement in the light of the fact that I don't believe it's changed anything for the women.
Wow. You're probably right there.
I don't believe that they won't suffer for coming forward.
This kind of reminds me of an episode of X-Files I saw last night. And in one scene, an alien race comes down to Earth after observing us for 35 years. They said, since we bring drugs, crime, murder, rape, and we lie, as in fake news, they're building a wall around our solar system.
Oh, my God.
And the answer is yes, there is alien life, but no, they want nothing to do with us.
Doesn't that just absolutely describe us?
Pretty much.
It does. I'm a little dumbfounded, Connor. That's kind of amazing and kind of chilling.
Well, we were just kind of in that conversation when that episode came on, and I went, wow, that was just kind of perfect. The wall thing was hilarious.
That's true. We did Wednesday's show on fake news, and, the Pope called it Satanistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we've been censored, and
Well, we'll
what
overcome.
can I say?
We will overcome.
We will definitely overcome. And it was a fabulous interview, and I think the Hammer has some more fabulous news about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Those of you out there that listened to me last week, 50%. I'm sorry. I missed the Philly game. I really thought that a dome team could finally maybe go outside and play well. How stupid of me. I do admit my mistakes. That was one of them. But I am going to tell you, I hate to say this, but Tom Brady is the greatest. He has done more, had more comebacks, has done more than anyone. He's 40 years old, man. It makes us old guys do feel good. It's kind of hard to not like him.
And you got to remember that your wife is nuts about him. I myself am just, not that big a fan.
Is there a woman in the world that doesn't love Tom Brady? Kind of like.
I don't ever think about Tom
There's
Brady.
not a guy in the world that doesn't like Giselle. I mean, goodness gracious, what a power couple. But anyway, I am not going to give my pick yet. It would be if I was thinking, but the Eagles did play great last weekend. Right now, if I was having to say, I might lean toward the Eagles, but how do you bet against Tom Brady?
It's kind of their time, though. Have they ever won the Super Bowl?
No.
Have they been in it?
Yes.
When?
2005 was their last
they
time.
were in it in 2005?
And guess who they lost to?
The Patriots?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was Brady playing then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's just, I'm going to have to do some investigative reporting here before I come up, but I will have a pick, and I'm going to do it against the spread and an over-under next Friday, and you'll be able to put it in the bank.
Okay.
Okay, that's a little scary.
You can't go 50% next week.
No. I'm going.
It's kind of all or nothing.
All or nothing now. Because you've been 50% for a few weeks now.
I know. You have been.
Oh, thanks for bringing that up.
Well,
appreciate you.
Well, we can all put a spin on something.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got a good spin here. This is the spin that CNN has placed on the missing text messages between the lovers that worked at the FBI that were on the case, on the Donald Trump Russian probe case. Prior to that, they were on the Hillary Clinton email case. And in those texts, they spoke of secret societies and secret meetings. Now, to most of the GOP, that is a big deal. I think to most of America, Republican or Democrat, it is important. And they would like to get to the bottom of it. But the spin that CNN put on it was a trove of missing text messages that conservatives have seized on to allege anti-Trump bias at the FBI has been recovered. Now, NBC's take was GOP lawmakers seize on secret society texts to cast doubt on the FBI. What a spin.
Wow.
I mean, it amazes me how they can put this kind of spin on it.
Unbelievable.
I mean, don't we all want to know if there is any kind of corruption in our FBI?
No, they don't. They
Obviously.
don't. They want to just appeal to their listeners. That's all they care about.
The truth does not matter.
Apparently not. It's been going that way for how many years now? Especially since Donald Trump has been in the race, they'd rather come up with something that keeps their listeners listening to them, even if it's the truth or not the truth. That's why he keeps calling them fake news, because that's what it is. Anything to keep their listeners or the Democrats following their policy, that's what they're going to do. That's just the way they are.
Talk about Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, it's really sad when two of the top news agencies in the country so hate the president, they will put that kind of remarkable spin on a story that should matter to all of us.
Well, it does matter that's the problem. You just brought it up. It matters to the people out in the Midwest and in the people that don't have a political.
Democrat.
Republican or Democrat. It does mean something to them. It's these people on the coast that think they run the whole country. They just want to hear what they want to hear. It doesn't matter if it's the truth. If you could make up anything about either one of the political parties. If they said this or they said that, they'd believe it. Doesn't have to be true. If they said that the Republicans said that they found a spaceship on the Mars that had life in it, they'd say, "Oh, that's a lie. Couldn't have happened." Or if the Democrat, it just you could make up any kind of stupid story you could think of, and the one party that says it will believe it. Like if CNN says it, the Democrats would believe it. And I'm sorry, but if they said it on Fox, probably the Republicans would believe it. I mean, it's gotten that bad. It's gotten that bad to where it's a constant he said, she said deal. And I don't get it. I think the common people, the people out in the Midwest, I know, they want the truth. They just want to know. They don't really give a about some of this stuff. They just want to know what's really going on. They want to get everything back in order. They want to get it back in order and get the corrupt.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. So we will see where that leads, because they have clearly found the text messages.
Well, I think it was ridiculous that they lost them or said they lost them in the first place.
They blamed Samsung. Yeah,
Wow.
the humor said today, I thought he said Sam's son. I said, who's Sam?
Oh, too
Then
funny.
I realized it was Samsung, the company, the phone company. I mean, they'll blame anybody. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm anxious to see what they said. There's 5,000 of them, so it might take a little bit. But maybe by Monday we know something. Okay, well, the Brits are in trouble. A British children's hospital had a fundraiser and raised a lot of money. But they're going to be returning that money because the charity is facing allegations that women were groped, propositioned, and sexually harassed.
Wow.
This gala was attended by hundreds of senior executives and lawmakers. It was a men-only event that was held at London's Dorchester Hotel, and it featured some 100 female hostesses, including 2 undercover Financial Times reporters. The journalist described harassment, lewd comments, and repeated requests to join diners in the bedrooms.
Unbelievable.
How that busted.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the photographs.
I didn't even think there was an all men's anything anymore.
I didn't either.
I thought that was against the law.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think.
Yeah. And
But guess
London,
where all the lawmakers were?
Yeah, exactly. In London, I thought they were a step ahead of us on that.
Let me see if I get this right. You've got a bunch of old guys, and you're going to give them a bunch of liquor with a bunch of female waiting on them. Huh.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
And something happened.
Well, you expected lots of donations, which they got.
I bet they
You
did get their.
expect
Yes,
some
they
reporters
did.
There that
Unreal.
sold you out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And on the sexual assault thing, how about Nassar being sentenced?
Oh my gosh, that judge was so furious with him.
Yeah, rightly so.
And they're a little worried that she might have set the case up for appeal because she became so personally, emotionally upset with him. And she made a comment that suggested she was giving him his death sentence. So
Yeah.
they're worried
Yeah,
about how
I
that
can
will
see
play
that
out.
angle.
Unfortunately, she probably shouldn't have said it. I can also see why and how she was compelled to do so.
Yeah, emotions should be kept out of a judgment, though. What's the hammer thing?
Well, I just got one thing to say. I really can't believe this scumbag did what he did. But I tell you what, when he goes to prison, the prisoners do not like rapists. They do not like child molesters.
That's true.
I have to say, I would say, unless they keep him in solitary, he will get his. That's all I got to say. They have a way of making you pay for the crimes that you might have done, because he took advantage of those poor little girls because they were little girls. They weren't women.
Gosh, some of them were 10.
And just saying, yeah, I need to do this to you to make you feel better. Right. I tell you who was getting feel better, him. And they reported it. Now, this is one of those things. If they hadn't reported it, okay. Somebody maybe dropped but they all reported it. All these girls went to the top officials and reported this behavior, and it was not taken care of. I don't know if you heard this, but the president of Michigan State, where he was working, she did resign. Of course, she was not happy about it, but she did resign.
Well, the board of directors asked her to resign.
So we'll see what happens from here.
And she should have been, well, actually, I'm not so sure she should have been given the opportunity to resign. I think she should have been fired, but that's just my opinion.
Well, maybe that's the death sentence the judge was talking about, is him going to prison.
Oh, I think it was, but
remember
there
Jeffrey
are
Dahmer?
Pundits,
Yeah.
There are pundits that have said that bought him an appeal. But even on appeal, he's going to get more of a sentence than he has life left. So,
absolutely.
It's you want to avoid that appeal, but she was emotional about it, and she wanted those kids to have a platform that was theirs and to be able to begin the healing process. So if she said something that was wrong, okay, we'll take it. She was still amazing. Talk about danger. The Philippines. The volcano is spewing out mile-high columns of ash.
Yeah, I seen that on Facebook.
I really hope that this doesn't turn out bad. I mean, the Philippines have had so many issues, so much trouble, and we know some people there. I wish them all the best.
Yes.
I'm very concerned about that.
They put up with so much in that region. It's crazy.
They really do.
Everything that seems like is bad seems to hit that country.
It really does.
I don't get it. But
they've had an influx of terrorism, and there are some parts of it that have such poverty and sickness. I really feel bad for them, and they're just very fine people.
Yeah, great people.
Yeah. So our thoughts are with them for sure.
Yes.
Another spin from CNN. President Trump threatens to cut off aid to Palestinians if they don't agree to peace talks. Are you kidding me? That's not at all what he said. I listened to the press conference. The president said the money is on the table. He did not say he was going to cut them off if they did not enter peace talks. I have a feeling that he doesn't like their terroristic behavior towards Israelis.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever dumb enough, like the rest of the world, to believe that there were ever going to be peace talks.
Yeah.
We've been trying to make peace there for more than 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody acts like peace was just, 2 weeks away.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't happening. So if he wants to recognize the same capital that the Israelis do and put the embassy in Jerusalem, okay, it doesn't matter to the rest of it. The rest of it's never going to happen. It's a pipe dream.
Yeah, I'd be 100% correct there.
I think they need to pipe in "We Are the World" and start playing that on both sides. Yeah. And they'll just start saying "Kumbaya" and everything will be great. See. Now, how many years? 5,000 years or something that they've been fighting, and sure, that'll change it.
I mean, for those people that believe in the Bible, God gave up on the region. I mean, He said, "I give up. You guys can't get along. I'm just going to give you different languages, so you maybe can't understand each other as if you could anyway." But it sounds like you've got some problems up your way.
Oh?
Yeah. Police are on the hunt for a serial porta potty arsonist in Vancouver. What's going on? Who wants to burn up the bodies?
Oh, that's some hot shit there, man.
That's right.
You got it. I don't suppose you've seen him, have you, on the loose?
No. Hey, man, I haven't been across on the ferry. No, not me.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, just we wanted to make sure. You
Yeah,
know, I
no.
had a bad experience with a porta potty.
Oh?
I did.
Oh, can you tell this story?
I can.
Okay.
Went to a concert. Had a great time.
An outdoor concert?
Outdoor concert. Maybe had one too many vivacious drinks, you know? Went to the John, dropped my cell phone in the porta potty.
Oh, no.
And I did not have the nerve to get it out. I just said, bye.
There it goes. Oh,
And
wow.
it was a
Oh.
lesson well learned. If you go to a concert and you think you might indulge in a cocktail or two, leave the cell phone out of the John. Telling you, the only thing that can happen is
my.
bad. Bad.
Wow.
Oh, I think in honor of my late father's birthday on January 31st, there's going to be a fabulous event.
Oh.
NASA calls
Yeah.
it the lunar trifecta. It's the rare combination of a blue moon, which is the second full moon in a single calendar month. We've
Right.
heard the song Blue Moon. And a supermoon, a moon that's full when it's at its closest point to the orbit of the Earth,
Yes.
and a lunar eclipse or blood moon, in which Earth's shadow upon the lunar surface gives it the reddish tint. All that's going to happen next Tuesday.
Wow, that is pretty cool. But I bet we won't get to see it out here on the West Coast. I bet you there will be clouds.
What color was the moon back in the day when I used to shoot a moon? What color was that? Was that a white moon?
You get arrested for that these days.
I know. You know, you can't have
Quite
fun
the white
anymore.
moon.
Remember
You
the
can't do that
days
for
everybody
fun.
used to shoot the
That
moon?
would be like sexual.
Yeah, now that
You would get on the
they'd get me
sex
for.
offenders list for showing your buttocks.
Yeah, there you go.
It wouldn't be funny anymore.
Nobody wants to let you have funny fun anymore.
Well, speaking of weird events, how's this? Camels disqualified from a Saudi beauty contest for Botox use.
I heard that.
Okay,
That's fabulous.
now wait a minute. What's more shocking here, camels getting Botox or that there's a Saudi camel beauty contest?
I don't know which is. They're
You
both.
know, is it? You mean to tell me there's a beautiful camel?
Yeah,
They spit,
Oh,
they slobber,
They are gross.
they got those gross lips, and I heard that the Botox makes their lips droop more.
Yeah, which is
It's
attractive.
supposed to be attractive. You got to
In
be.
Saudi
Don't-
Arabia, drooping
Come on.
lipped
Don't they call that a
camels.
camel?
Every time I hear camels, I keep thinking Midnight at the Oasis. You know,
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It just that's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
who wants camel's lips? Come on.
Oh, gross. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we'd have to agree that is weird.
That is
We do
weird. You get a
agree.
big W weird for me.
And we don't always agree, but life's a journey and we're all in this together. Remember, do not become anyone's victim. Hashtag nobody's victim. Thanks for listening. Godspeed to the Hammer. Godspeed to Connor. And Godspeed to all of our friends out there.
Godspeed you too,
Here,
and
here.
thanks for listening, everyone.
Here, here.
Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins.